3, 2, 1. Hey friends, Janky here, and welcome to another episode of Hanging with Janky. So, my intro footage got corrupted. Don't know what that noise is about, but it sucks. For some reason, Premiere just stopped registering it as an actual video file, and the thing is, secret, that is actually 128 frames that I painstakingly put together in it wasn't even Photoshop. What did I do that in? Paint? I don't know. It took me forever to get that thing put together is what I'm saying. And so I don't know if one of the frames went bad or what, but until I find the time to figure that out, I'm just not introing it. Just never mind about that intro. There's still the Hanging with Janky intro. I'll figure out what I'm gonna do for the rest of my videos. Whatever. That's not even what we're here for. Let's talk, right? Channel, subs, gaming news, if you will. Let's go. So, as for channel talk, let's start with what went up on the channel over this past week. I got 5 videos up. I slowed down my output a little, but I think that that's nice because it gives me time to focus on quality for you guys, and I think that that's very important. So, what did I get up this week? Well, I got up the finale of Night in the Woods. Last episode of Night in the Woods. It was beautiful. It was sad. I might get a pin or something to remember it by, so I could put something back there for it. I don't know. I'm kind of running out of space on that wall, and until I get bigger space or more shelves or something, I don't know where I'm going to put things, but I'd like to get something to commemorate Night in the Woods, if I could, because it was delightful. Go watch it. Watch it all. Then we had a shared shenanigans where I got super duper salty because Noah kept shooting me, even though I wasn't the one winning the game. Basic rules of competitive multiplayer games. You go after the person in the lead. Ugh. But my friend Joe and Kofi were also there too. And Kofi beat us all pretty bad. It's great. It's a fun game, actually. I got it at PAX, and it's from Alliance Digital Media, and it's called Sombrero. And it's delightful. So definitely go check that out, because it's fun. Then, of course, we had another episode of The Witcher. We're almost wrapped up with, what chapter are we on? 3? I don't even know what chapter we're on, guys. I think it's 3. And I think we're almost done with it. And I think there are only 5 chapters in the game, so getting close to the end-ish. God. Here's the thing. I still want to play the Witcher game. I just don't know that I'll play them on the channel. I might just play 2 and 3 privately off to myself. You know how that is. Anyway, go watch The Witcher 35. It's pretty great. I make a joke about the Werewolves of London in the title of it, so you should go check it out. Can you even hear me? I don't know if you can. Great. Do it. And then we had 2 episodes of Janky's Lab. Count them. 1, 2. I did that backwards. It's fine. First up, we had Pathologic. Well, actually it came secondly, but that's beside the point. The point is that this game is like a walking simulator thriller horror game about death and plague and Russia. And it's pretty good. I liked what I saw, so you should definitely go check it out. And then the other one I did, which actually came out first, but I wanted to say it last because it's super awesome, Ukulele. It was sweet. They sent me a review code for it. I was very excited. Played the game. I've been playing it all week. I've unlocked all the worlds so far. I just need to go back through and complete them all. It has been cray. So much to get done in that game. But it's exciting and fun, and I love it. I can't feel my face when I'm with you. But I love it. What? But I love it. What? Seriously though, if you like 90s 3D platformers, check out Ukulele. Whatever you might hear. Even if you're super nostalgic and love Banjo-Kazooie and whatever, at least give Ukulele a chance because it's pretty awesome. It's pretty great. Then we have all the stuff that's coming up on the channel, so let me talk about that with you. First up, we have more of The Witcher, of course. We will maybe be finishing up Chapter 3 next time. I don't know. We're in the end stages, so we'll see how that works out. Then we have a shared shenanigans. My friends and I played some Overwatch Uprising, which we'll come back around to in gaming news in just a minute, but it was pretty awesome, pretty great. Check that out. Then we will have some more Janky's labs. I have one already recorded. Well, actually, I have two already recorded. Oh, that's right. I have two already recorded. Will I go for a third one? Maybe. We'll see how the week goes. But there are definitely some more games coming up. Always games coming up to review and look at and show off to you guys. So definitely lots more Janky's Lab coming in the future. Finally feeling like I got a nice format going for that show, or I'm working on like a nice format for that show. I'm feeling good about it, guys. I think that could be something real nice here on the channel. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to more Janky's Lab as much as I am. It's going to be good. Oh, and then also, I ran a poll this past week about what you guys would like to see maybe Let's Played on the channel now that Night in the Woods is over. And you guys voted for Blossom Tales, which is super nice. I featured that on Janky's Lab a week or two ago. It's a pretty awesome game, and I definitely would like to play more of it. I haven't really picked it up since Janky's Lab, so I'd definitely like to check it out some more. It's got very Legend of Zelda meets Princess Bride vibes. It's super cool. The only thing is, and I've talked about this before, I'm just not sure if I want to do an episodic Let's Play of it, because, you know, people just get bored with episodic Let's Plays. Like, after a few episodes, no one wants to watch it anymore, and then it's like, you know? So, I don't know what I want to do with it yet, but I might do something. I'll definitely try to do something with it, because you guys wanted it. So, Blossom Tales, in some form or another, coming up in the future. Good stuff. And now with that out of the way, it's time to move on to thanking new subscribers. Beautiful. Now, there is one new subscriber this week. However, YouTube hasn't told me who it is. As you guys, I'm sure, know by this point, if you don't show off your subs on your channel, then YouTube won't tell me who you are. Also, YouTube can be pretty slow about sending me names, so that might also be the case. The point is, thank you, one subscriber, whoever you are. You're a wonderful, beautiful human being, and thank you for making the Jank Squad 220 friends strong. Thank you so much. And of course, my thanks also go out to all 220 of you. You're all beautiful, amazing people. Never forget that. And I thank you so much. I hope that you continue to enjoy the content in the future. If you do, that's just great. Thank you all. I love you all. And thank you for being a part of the wonderful Jank Squad. Yeah, alright. With all that out of the way, all that mushy mush out of the way, let's talk about gaming news, shall we? And let's start with Overwatch Uprising. Okay, so Overwatch Uprising. I'm sure you guys remember this from last week. If you watched last week's Hanging with Janky, I talked about how Overwatch had released a new comic and how they were doing an event that tied into the comic in the game, and they have released it. It's called Insurrection, and it's awesome. I have been playing it with Noah and Joe and Kofi, and it has been sweet. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. It's sort of a mix, basically, between 4 different kinds of the game, I guess is what I want to say. Modes of the game, yes. You have point capture, then you have payload delivery, then you also have wave on wave, kind of like what they did in Junkenstein, and then there's also sort of a new thing going on where you have to defeat 4 boss enemies at the end. So it's all pretty cool and pretty awesome, and we've been talking about how much it really makes us want a co-op campaign mode, even though I know that's not what Blizzard and Overwatch and Jeff Kaplan and all of them are going for with that game. Oh my gosh, it'd be great. At least I would love to see more events like this in the future, because it's just nice. It's nice to finally see like the story come into play in these games, you know? It's like, finally, story. Great. Awesome. Because there's such a rich backstory to Overwatch, right? In the comics, and just in like the character relationships and the cinematics and all this. And you don't always get that in the game. I've said all this last week, but it's just really cool because now that's part of the game. You know, with Insurrection, you actually get to see some of that history taking place, and you're just like, dang, this is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Also, among the many beautiful new things they added, they've also added this sad spray that's a wedding picture of Emily LaCroix and her husband Gerard. It's very sad. Widowmaker's backstory is so very, very sad. So sad! Hey, if you're a fan of Rick and Morty, guess what? The virtual reality game, Virtual Rickality? Yes, that's how you pronounce it. Will be releasing on 420. Of course, if they're going to release a Rick and Morty game, 420 is the perfect time to release a Rick and Morty game, which is, I'm sure, is why they're releasing it on 420. For the record, for those of you not in the know or maybe not in the United States or whatever, 420 is police code here for the use, sale, and possession of marijuana. That feels like exactly what you need to make it through a Rick and Morty game. Like, yeah, it's strange. But basically the entire thing takes place in Rick's garage laboratory, and you do things and you move things and crazy things happen, and who knows, right? Who knows with Rick and Morty? It's crazy. I've watched the season 3 opener of Rick and Morty because I hadn't really seen the show before then, but I figured, at the beginning of a new season, why not? You know, why not hop in? It is strange. Don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't like Rick and Morty. I actually find that the humor is pretty hilarious sometimes, but other times I'm just sitting there like, what? What exactly am I watching? Like, did I take acid and forget about it, or what's going on here? That being said, I love the other games that Rick and Morty's creators have come up with. So far it's been, Accountants? Adventures in Accounting? What was that other virtual reality game they made? And also Dr. Langenstaub, the Tiger, and the Terribly Cursed Emerald, which is also hilarious and also written by the people who create Rick and Morty. So I have a feeling that this game is going to be pretty great. And if you like Rick and Morty and, also have VR, check it out. I just realized how lame duck that is, because who can afford the Oculus Rift and the Vive, right? Oh, virtual reality is expensive. Here's a tip for you cosplayers out there. If you want to go out in costume, maybe make sure that no part of that costume looks like a bomb. So this story is funny in a kind of, that was very stupid of you, but at least it worked out okay kind of way. There was a cosplayer in the city of Grande Prairie, Canada, who decided it would be a good idea to go to his alteration wearing his cosplay outfit, which in this case was a fully armored new Las Vegas Fallout outfit, complete with the new California Republic flag. Oh, and also, just for funsies, a whole bunch of silver spray-painted Pringle cans on his back. So, shockingly, for whatever reason, this caused alarm in the town's populace, and they decided to call the police on the man who was walking around their town, carrying a flag with what looked like a bomb on his back, wearing a gas mask. Because for some reason, that set off alarm bells. What's funny is that he actually made it to the alteration place, and he was talking with the store owner, and the cops contact the store owner, and they're like, is he wearing wires? Maybe you should leave through the back. So the store owner had to leave through the back. The police had to make contact with the cosplayer. They had to take him in. He had to explain the whole thing. The police ended up laughing it off, and it all worked out fine for everybody. But it wasn't the best move. And don't get me wrong, cosplay is super cool, and if there were a convention in town, I could totally understand how this mistake might have been made. I just don't see why you would need to walk to the place where you're getting the alterations done in the costume. I mean, you can wear other clothes and then put on the cosplay when you get there, just so you know, normal people don't get alarmed. That being said, I'm glad it worked out, and the cosplay actually does look really cool. So, I guess in the end it all worked out fine, but cosplayers, don't walk around with stuff that looks like bombs on your back. I guess what really confuses me here too is why he was carrying the new California flag, because, I mean, it wasn't attached to the costume, so I don't know why he also felt the need to carry that, but whatever, I don't know. He has a shopping bag in his hand, so it can't be that threatening, right? Yo, are you ready for a new Quake champion? Because this one is woke as. So Bethesda has just released a new hero for their game Quake Champions, revealing him to be an artificially intelligent robot named Clutch, who they describe as a woke killing machine. Obviously, the internet has been abuzz with the fact that they use the phrase woke in a description, because it's just like, okay. Now, it could be that some young PR person was responsible for writing this description, in which case, it just kind of comes out through Bethesda and sounds weird. But the fact of the matter is, AAA gaming companies are like the elderly relatives of the gaming world, you know? We keep them around, they still have lots of good stories. Sure, they'll tell you the same one 5 or 6 times and change a few details here and there, but we kind of let it slide because we love them. But whenever they try to use modern slang, you're just kind of sitting there like, no, Grandma, that's not how you use that word. That's not what that one means. And that's basically the internet's reaction to Bethesda using the term woke to describe this new hero. It's just not wrong exactly. It's weird. And a lot of people have been using that one Steve Buscemi gif where it's like he's pretending to be a teenager. He's like, "What's up, fellow teens?" And yep, that's pretty much how everyone feels about this. Yeah. This character is woke. It is lit straight up. Word to your mothers. Word to all your mothers. Mic drop. We're done here. It's good. Deuces. Peace out. Fade away. Good times. Okay, so here's an interesting story about the ethics of hacking. So whenever I say the ethics of hacking, specifically I mean the hacking of Amiibo codes. As you guys know, I'm sure Nintendo has these tiny little toys that you can put near your gaming machines and you can unlock cool stuff in games, but only as long as you have the toy. And this kind of leads to an interesting discussion about the ethics of hacking and just, taking the codes out of the toys, because why not? This particularly becomes an issue when talking about Breath of the Wild, and I found this interesting article that I was reading while trying to catch up on gaming news, and I thought I'd share it because I think it brings up some interesting points. So, I'm sure as you guys have probably seen if you've watched footage of Breath of the Wild and Amiibo usage, that if you use Toon Link and Wolf Link and all those other Legend of Zelda Amiibos, you can unlock cool stuff in the game, like Wolf Link or Toon Link's costume, or you can unlock like Twilight Princess Zelda's Link's stuff. I didn't know where that sentence was going before I started it. The point is, to unlock this stuff in the game, you have to find these, first of all, rare Amiibos, second of all, expensive Amiibos, and people are making a killing online scalping these things for hundreds of dollars to die-hard Legend of Zelda fans who want to unlock all these cool things in the game. And a lot of people are just kind of in this mode of like, okay, yes, Amiibos are cool and whatever, but Nintendo, for the sake of it, is it possible for you to just let us buy this stuff as DLC? The codes are already programmed into the game. All you have to do is just say, pay $5 and you get this stuff, and we'd all be cool. Outside of the collectible market, I don't even know how much money Nintendo actually makes on Amiibos anyway. I mean, I'm sure people buy them, but still, how much of that money actually goes back to Nintendo? Because I'm sure most of the buying is like people selling them on eBay because someone wants an Amiibo that's super rare and they happen to get one and they just like scalp it for the highest dollar. The point is that some people have gotten into the business of hacking these Amiibo codes and giving them out to people for free, so you can get all that cool free stuff in the game. For example, the Fierce Deity skin just came out with the Majora's Mask Amiibo, or you could just get the code and unlock the Fierce Deity skin in the game. Now, granted, I am not encouraging video game piracy in any way, shape, or form. I just think it's an interesting topic, particularly in the case of companies like Nintendo, who can sometimes say, not exactly listen to what the customer wants. This coming from someone who loves Nintendo dearly, but I do see the point, particularly in the case of this, where people really want those cool skins, especially if they're Legend of Zelda fans, but they can't get them if they don't have the Amiibos, but the Amiibos are rare, and if you find them, apparently there's only like a chance of unlocking the stuff. It just all seems like a lot of effort for something that Nintendo could just as easily be like, yo, $10 and we'll unlock everything for you, right? And then Nintendo could be making money off of it, and then we would be enjoying it, and then, yeah, it's just kind of one of those things. So I'd love to hear your opinions of it. If you'd feel free to leave those down below, I'd like to hear what you think. And to wrap up the day on a pleasant note, Professor Layton is coming to mobile. For those of you who are fans of the Professor Layton games, I hope that you enjoy them. I didn't play them, but that's only because I did not have the proper gaming equipment to play the Professor Layton games, but now I can, because they're coming to mobile. Of course, the new one actually isn't about Professor Layton himself, it's about Professor Layton's daughter, who's going on wild adventures of her own, with her own sidekicks and companions, solving mysteries and things, and it's actually not clear whether this one will be released in the Western Hemisphere, but it looks so cool. Wait, hold on, I'm rereading the article. Maybe it's a case of, okay, the mobile version will release worldwide, that's not a problem, but it's the one for 3DS that may not actually get released worldwide. That one may just be for Japan. So, if you're a mobile player, you can of course totally play the next Professor Layton game on your smartphone. And then if you prefer 3DS, you may get it, maybe? I don't know. But I'm excited to check out the Professor Layton games. I've heard a lot of really good things and I'd really like to try them. So I'm looking forward to this one, and I hope you guys are too. And that pretty much wraps it up for gaming news for the week. So I hope you guys enjoyed yet another Hanging with Janky. I certainly did. If you did, you can leave a like down below. Comments, positive or negative, feel free to leave those below as well. But more than anything, I hope you have a lovely day, evening, or whenever you happen to be watching this. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, this is Janky Shenanigans, signing out. Hey friends, hope that you liked the video. If you did, you can find more of my content in these links off to the side here. And if you really enjoyed it, you can become part of the year of 1,000 subs here on the channel and use that button down below to subscribe. More than that, I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, this is Janky Shenanigans, signing out.